Hello, I'm Ellie, and I'm excited to introduce you to the United States research pages in the Family History Guide. These pages cover a wealth of resources, from vital records to newspapers, and from military records to passenger lists. We'll also look at some of the pages for individual states as well as county resources. Remember that you can pause this video at any time and use the Family History Guide to practice what you're learning. Let's start by opening the main United States page in the Countries menu. At the top of the United States page is a list of learning goals, divided into sections A through F. We are currently in Goal A1, Records. Here's a brief look at some of the content on the page. There's an icon for videos to watch and an icon for articles to read. Other links, such as for websites and databases, are indicated in green. Now let's look at the goals and choices for Section A. In the Learning Paths video, you learned that each goal contains a number of choices, which in turn have links to articles, videos, databases, and websites. In Goal A1, Choice A gives you an overview of types of genealogy records and how to use their information. Choice B explains the record selection table, which helps you choose the types of records to search to get the best results. Choice C explores public records and records with or without indexes. In Goal A2, Choice A shows how location is a key aspect of research. Choice B explores types of maps for family history and how to understand them. Choice C discusses city directories, and Choice D reviews county records and how county boundaries shift over time. Let's continue with Section A. In Goal A3, Choice A points you to the U.S. state pages, which we'll cover later in this video. Choices B, C, D, and E explain effective research techniques for U.S. regions, each covering several states. In Goal A4, Choice A describes how to build an ancestor timeline with dates and events, while Choice B talks about finding local histories to provide depth and detail for your research. In Goal B1, Choice A introduces the role of vital records in family history research and finding out when vital records were created for events. Choice B explains how to find records online, as well as how to order copies of original records. In Goal B2, Choice A describes where to look for birth records, and it discusses clues you can find in family Bibles. Then Choice B explains what to do when birth records can't be found. In Goal B3, Choice A introduces adoption in the U.S. and tracing adopted ancestors, while Choice B does a deeper dive into adoption records. Let's continue with Section B. In Goal B4, Choice A shows how to get started with a variety of types of marriage records. Choice B explains how to find marriage records, how to work with marriage indexes, and what you can use for alternatives to marriage records. Choice C gives strategies for finding the females in your family tree, including discovering maiden names, and Choice D gets you familiar with divorce records. In Goal B5, the choices cover death records and certificates, the SSDI, death record alternatives, online obituaries and where to find them, and other types of death records. And in Goal B6, Choice A gets you acquainted with cemetery records and the research clues they can provide. Choice B provides tips on finding tombstones and reading their inscriptions. Choice C explains how to use the extensive online resources on Find a Grave and Billion Graves. And Choice D provides strategies for cemetery trips and taking good photos at cemeteries. In Goal C1, Choice A helps you learn about how census records are created, and Choice B shares tips and resources for finding your ancestors in the U.S. Census. Choice C introduces state census records, a valuable supplement to the federal census. In Goal C2, the choices covered the different censuses, from the 1950 census back to the first census in 1790. These choices include free worksheets and lesson plans for each census, plus quick links to help you find census record collections easily. In Goal D1, Choice A helps you understand the various kinds of immigration records. The focus in this section is on immigrating into the United States, not emigrating away from it. Choice B shares tips and resources for tracing your immigrant ancestors, as well as motivations for immigration across time eras. Choice C discusses places to look for immigration records, and Choice D explores surname maps, which show where surnames were concentrated in ancestor homelands. In Goal D2, Choice A shows you how to work with the details of immigrants who came to America on passenger ships. And Choice B discusses naturalization records, which document the process of becoming a U.S. citizen. In Goal D3, Choice A helps you find resources for early immigrants in British colonial America. Choice B covers passport records and alien registrations, while Choice C shows how to use the free Roots Mapper site to visualize the journeys your immigrant ancestors took. Choice D shows how to search for a variety of records on the BYU Immigrant Ancestors site. In Goal D4, Choice A helps you trace the paths of your ancestors as they moved across the U.S. over time. Section E covers records for ancestors who served in the United States military. In Goal E1, Choice A gets you familiar with basic types of military records, and Choice B shares strategies for finding ancestors who served in the military. Choice C helps you with resources on the Fold 3 site, a major hub for doing military research. In Goal E2, the choices focus on major conflicts involving the U.S. military, beginning with the Revolutionary War. These choices also include a number of quick links for record collections. In Section F, you'll learn about many other types of records that can be valuable in your research. In Goal F1, Choice A discusses how to find and use church records in the United States. You can also check out the Faiths menu in the Family History Guide for more information on Catholic and Protestant church records. Choice B explores historical records kept for Latter-day Saints. In Goal F2, Choice A explains how land records and deeds work and what genealogy information they contain. Choice B discusses records kept by the Bureau of Land Management, government records for the Homestead Program, as well as how to read land maps. Choice C covers probate records, where courts determine legal ownership of property and goods. Choice D explains helpful information you can find in tax records. In Goal F3, the choices introduce you to a variety of court records from civil and criminal trials to voting records and prison records. In Goal F4, Choice A introduces newspapers as a resource for family history research. Choice B describes sites such as Chronicling America, a free resource from the Library of Congress. In Goal F5, Choice A introduces archives and libraries in the United States and how to discover their resources, online or in person. Choice B is optional. Choice C shows how you can find and use thousands of free genealogy books online. Choice D goes into greater detail on the records you can find in archives. And Choice E covers magazines and journals for genealogy research. Goal F6 is about getting the help you need in your research. Choice A focuses on social media and community pages for genealogy, while Choice B introduces you to genealogy societies you can join. In Goal F7, Choice A helps you find ancestors who may have been orphans. Choice B gets into school records, including yearbooks. Choice C covers a wide variety of records for employment, and Choice D covers patent, medical, post office, and other records. The U.S. state pages focus on research in specific states, while the goals we have reviewed so far apply more to the entire United States. In any of United States goal pages, you can find an alphabetical list of U.S. states just below the picture of the Statue of Liberty. These links take you to pages for all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. Here's a brief example from the California page. In each state page, the goals are listed at the top. These 10 goals are the same in every state page, although the information in the choices is different for each state. There are quick links to record collections, like in the example here for Family Search and Ancestry. Also, there are practice exercises to help you get familiar with record collections. Click a practice link to see sample research questions to answer, and use the collection in quotes to find the information. Click hints if you need help with the search, and then click answers. At the bottom of each state page is a list of the counties in the state. There are 5 to 7 links for each county, as described in this legend. Clicking the name of the county takes you to the Family Search Wiki page for the county. Clicking the A opens the Ancestry page, L is for the Linkpendium page, and so on. Each of the sites described in the legend has a different set of resources and a different focus, so you can explore them all and find some great solutions and records for your county research. Thanks for watching this video on doing research in the United States. Check out the other videos in this series to increase your research skills and your expertise with family tree sites.